So yeah, go and unpause.
Game resumed.
And the stream is not broken this time. That's always great. So in the bottom left, we have Calypso's team again. Calypso this time on a Raven, opening Imp. Agile going 3. What is he doing? Agile, what are you doing? Are you going? He went shields, engines, and range. He went 3 shields, 1 range, and missile, and 1 missile. I don't think I've seen that in... I don't know when I've seen that. It's interesting, though. Calypso going Imp, Blind Guard going 4-3. Wheat King, yeah, he's the Leviathan, so he's going whatever. Oh, and this time Star Fury, he's really mixed it up. This time he has 140 shields a second and 2 lasers with 300 energy. It's interesting life choices. From GreaterNinja's group, we have Shorty on the top side lane going Leviathan up against LSD's Void Ray. We have Alex 4-3 Colossus versus Agile's 3-1 Colossus. We have Kraken on Imp versus Calypso on Imp. We have Schling on Plague against Blind Guard and Star Fury with that 140 shield per second wild Blue Yonder nonsense. We have Wolf Eyes on range rockets as a frigate, and we have Ninja with that 5 Imp love. You loving the state of carrier in this current build, Ninja? Schling, can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully TeamSpeak is not acting up. Stream's still working though, so it shouldn't be the internet. Let's see here. We got a bit of a push on Alex from Agile, Blind, and Wheat King. Ooh, actually they're getting on Kraken. Kraken down to 4,200. Oh, they have to disengage though. There's just too much damage there. They can't push in more very safely. LSD warps in, but it's a little bit too late, and he doesn't have Blink. He does have the 4 beam though. What was that? Ooh, Shorty comes in. Wolf has rockets on Agile. Shorty is tentacling, showing tentacle love to Agile. He's down to 3,700. I don't know if Shorty's going to be able to stay on this, but he's going to try for as long as he can. 1,500. 1,000. 500. Ooh, here comes the shield. 200, he's gone. Yeah, Star Fury is going that entire exchange out of energy. What's he gonna do as an Arbiter without any energy? He's gonna sit there and poke with his 2 lasers and watch his allies die around him. We have Schling coming in with the Plague, but this is already a very, very favorable situation for GreaterNinja's team here. Of course, the concern now is this going to turn into a slow, inevitable win for GreaterNinja's team? And that might be the case. But we do have, for the moment, Wheat King going up to back farm Leviathan a little bit. Get some tentacle action on these farm ships. GreaterNinja's team a little concerned this is going to be a warp trick. Take it cautiously initially, but then send an OBS to check out what's going on. The Leviathan and Void right now are going to get on GreaterNinja. Got an Imp off on him. He's going to take some beam, but the Void Ray has to disengage. He can't stay in here very long. He doesn't have any shields or blink. And so now the question is, well, I mean, LSD is a quality Void Ray, but can they make something happen? There's a Overlord. And a Raven. But if Kraken is ever out of position later on, then it could be that LSD can get in there and really start to beam someone down. But he has to get the farm first to do that, and right now they are down already 300 farm, making developing as a Void Ray quite difficult when you're down a tank and 300 farm. But Kraken is the one who's underfed, and so he has his imp, he has 375 energy, but if someone on the enemy team is going to be underfed, you want it to be the Raven if you're the Void Ray and you're planning on a Void win. But how much acceleration will GreaterNinja's team get here? Let's see. Kraken does have radar as well. So we sacrificed the 400 energy mark to get radar so we could see the enemy team's position when they're coming out. It's very important, especially versus a Void Ray where you need to be counting the enemy team ships. Non-engage, back off here, trying to spread out, get some farm, not risking taking too much aggro all at once. But even so, Blind Guard is taking some shield damage as they try to push out. Weakening trying to get on GreaterNinja to hurt him. Still level 5 ints on GreaterNinja with Warpin and Tempest. Tempest are still level 0, but GreaterNinja is coming back with 200 minerals and is up to 450 energy, so he has Warpin, Tempests, and he can continue to spam both without any huge concern of running out of mana. He is slightly behind Shorty on farm, and actually weakening the Calypso's Leviathan is also doing quite well on farm. So Leviathan with, can they get some Tentacle plus Void Ray action, get some love in there, and maybe pick off the Raven somehow. That's what I think they'd be looking for here. I don't know how they're going to make it happen before Calypso gets Blackout or something. Right now, at the 12-minute mark with no shields and level 2 lasers and no range, you're like, yeah, there's a lot of different, just quality of life upgrades a Raven might want. But in terms of making a big play, he got 2 more lasers and range. Yeah, that's quality of life upgrades here. Weakening coming in, getting a little bit of poke on Alex, but not too much, and no one here is really just taking too much damage all at once. It's a slight contain, but it's not a... What? Oh my goodness. LSD attacked allies. He got too greedy with denying farm, and now he is dead. That's the risk you play when you try to deny farm, and that's the game there. I mean, I don't know what else can be done after this point with the Void Ray dead. That was their main damage dealer, so LSD is dead. It's Raven, Arbiter, Colossus, and one relatively well-fed Leviathan. But where do you get a kill with these ships? Where does the damage come from? Yeah, this is pretty over. Which does leave me wondering where Ninja and Schling went off to. What do you do in this situation? 2 dead, down 1,000 farms. And it happens a lot. You're at 15 minutes. You're like, I don't want to just quit. But how do you win? Where does the win come from? What does the enemy team do that you can exploit? Shorty encouraging SD to consume slightly less farm. He has, regen with, at least a few upgrades on it. He has 575 energy. He can cast acid and regen a lot. Or, work through the imps. But he doesn't have the damage to really generate a kill. I mean, no one here has the damage. And without the damage, they can't even effectively push past the enemy team to get to the Tempests. So GreaterNinja's team is going to start taking the tower here. Doing it pretty much at this point, I guess you could say, by the book. This is a violent push. Is this going to be the end of Wee King? He's at 1800. He's got his regen off. Oh, Shorty is down to 3,000. This is close. Ooh, Wee King's gonna back off. Shorty's gonna back off. It's another near miss, but still very violent. But Calypso's gang is still down half of GreaterNinja's farm.
Now, going after the Raven was a very smart idea.
Oh, Schling, you are here. Where have you been?
I'm right here.
Yeah, I mean, this game seems pretty over at this point.
We kind of knew it was over when they lost their Void Ray.
Yeah,
but now they're
when
just
Ellis
waiting for us to mess
just
up.
died
Someone
in
to
the
mess
worst
up.
possible way.
Yeah. Being too greedy. Trying to deny farm.
Yeah. He wanted to deny all the farm. And it didn't work out. Ooh. You were starting to work down the battle station. It seems like you guys have backed off from that a little bit. But there's no rush. You know, the longer it goes on, the more you will end up getting your Psy Blast up. You're already up to 600 energy.
Yeah, I'm taking the opportunity just to farm as much as I can. They're still waiting for somebody to mess up at this point because they still have two tanks. And if they do happen to get our Raven, it could just make this a longer, harder game if we lose our only support with them still having two.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gotten the Raven when the Void Ray was still alive, but now at this point I'm like, how do they get the Raven? I mean, it's
Because
what they have to go for.
but you notice Kraken will come in. He gets very close to dying several times.
Is he actively trying to lure them, or is he just bored and
No,
trying
I
to be
think
greedy?
he's getting too close, trying to deny them.
Oh,
And so their only
250,
opportunity is to kill
100,
him.
he is gone.
You see? A risky move, but they can do that. Now they have the only supports in the game.
Yeah, so now if Star Fury can pick up Cloak, then that can make things really hard for you.
Really hard.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken was not well fed, but he was still a very important part of the composition. Especially since both towers are still up at this point. Of course, once you drop one, then that makes it even easier at that point for Star Fury to pick up Cloak and just really protect the other one.
Correct, which is why we're trying to go after it right now, as quick as possible.
But he does not have Cloak. He just has
No.
Boost. Star Fury makes a lot of very curious decisions in my mind. Pushing in, but what can they kill? Ooh, Ninja warps in. Like, I would have thought maybe we can turn on the carrier here, but no, not with the amount of damage the Leviathan is taking. If Wee King dies, this is definitely over for them. He is... I think he's almost... Well, he's 700 farm.
And their siege came just in time.
Yep. Now they want you. You're the next target. Although, yeah, you have 0.71 speed. Wee King can outrun you. Especially
Yes.
this boost.
Yes.
They want a piece of your overlord loveliness. And they're gonna threaten you just enough that the shields on the battle station are gonna regenerate just a little bit. But will it be enough? Looks like it's still dropping pretty fast.
The
4,000.
only ship that can
Ion.
that can deny. They
2,000.
should go after me.
He's just recharging all the time. Oh, it's 280 shields per second. That's what he's been doing. Star Fury has been going just dedicated shield build. He just wants to keep Blind Guard alive all the time. That's a lot of shields a second, but the longer the game goes, the less effective it becomes. Damage just starts to outscale it. Ooh, Wolf is taking some...
And that's exactly what we're looking for.
Blind is at 1 life. Wow, 1 life. Coming in hot. Can he get out? Ooh, Wee King is also taking damage. 3,000, 3,700, 2,500, and he's out. But you have an opportunity here. Battle station is going to pop right now. This ends up being a lot more interesting of a game than it really had any right to be. It's all because of Wee King's next level play, man. Whether he's Dread or Leviathan, you just never know what to expect from this guy. And Star Fury is on another level as well. I don't know what level, but it's definitely a different one. Wow, Alex got a little greedy too. It's one shot with his 10 lasers. I don't know what the point is of that.
As he says in the game, I defend my one-shot Colossus because we were giving him crap for it.
Maybe he misclicked.
No, because at the end he said, I defend my one-shot Colossus. He was one-shot the whole game.
Ah.
We didn't
Oh.
really know until the end someone was complaining about it.
Wow. Blind Guard taking a bit of burst there, but is he going to be able to stay away from Wolf? Yeah, Wolf is going to poke the Leviathan, but he needs a lot more. Because Wee King can just regen all day, unless you're also getting your side blasts in there.
And you see, it's huge at this point.
Huge! It's a huge side blast. Oh! Ninja misses another Vortex. Ninja's playing well today, except when it comes to the Vortexes. The one time he nailed it was when he died. In the last game. Let's see. Let's see. Star Fury is coming back with 339 farm. Think he's gonna get Cloak? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's in a particular hurry to pick up another spell. What is he gonna spend money on? He's not going to spend money. He's going to sit there looking at his ship saying, you know what, I have 380 farm, but I'm going to save up for stasis. I think that's what he's doing. Ooh, gonna get on GreaterNinja. Can they stay on? Can they deal the damage? Ooh, no, Blind Guard is gonna eat the nuke. Oh, he misses. Wow. I thought that was gonna land. Blind Guard is still coming in hot, but not enough deeps there to quite pop him. Battle Station is getting low. Alright, so now Star Fury is coming in with his 400. Does he get... Yep, there's the stasis. I don't know what he plans to do with it. I don't know why... I mean, sure. Is it, you know, maybe you stasis the Overlord? Is that the idea here? I'm just trying to understand his reasoning.
Maybe whoever just comes in too deep. Sign of desperation at this point. Both towers are down, so really, what are you getting stasis for?
But, I mean, it's like if you have Cloak with the Raven just offering permanent defensive matrix, like, you can actually get some kills in.
Sure, but see what he just did? Someone came in too deep.
Yeah.
He stopped him. Our levy. Shorty.
Yeah, but how are you going to follow up on it?
Well, at this point, he's just trying to survive.
I mean, the only detection they have is Schling, is you. So
Yep.
if they went Cloak plus defensive matrix, I feel like they would have just an incredible amount of pushing power that they just don't have with this wacky stasis nonsense.
And
Oh,
at this point, I
here
think most
comes
likely-
the Ents. Here comes the Ents. To end your life. Oh, he's gonna live, actually. Ooh, is the fat Leviathan going to live? Is the Colossus gonna live? There's... Oh, this is so hot. Oh, not quite. Oh!
Boom goes the dynamite.
You know what would have kept him alive right there?
What?
Cloak?
Yeah, but your arm would have died at that point.
No, because you would have matrixed one ship instead of 3, right?
Yeah, but you see how low his health was? I had a 2800 side blast at that point, so I would have just hit him. He would have been the only person I would see at that point.
Alright,
That would have been instant death.
Well,
2 shots, he would have been dead.
that looked like it was going to be a pretty boring game, but it actually picked up there more in the second half than I thought it was going to. Fun stuff. Well, GG.
GG.